Hello, beautiful people. It's your boy DanJ, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to cook because I heard a couple of you, man, are here at uni struggling and you don't know how to cook. So here are 3 recipes just to help you out. Let's go. Bag of rice. Here we go.
Okay, so the first recipe is egg fried rice, and basically I'm just measuring out 300 grams of rice, and essentially I'm just going to get this cooked up about 2-ish hours before starting the egg fried rice. So I use a rice cooker. If you don't have a rice cooker, get one. So here's me washing the rice. Always wash your rice. It just makes for a better dish. And then drain it, because you don't want to use the same water to cook the rice.
600 grams of water into here. Simple. Tiny bit of salt. Salt it.
And yeah, it didn't show me cutting up the chicken, but I just diced it and then added in 6 grams of salt to 600 grams of chicken.
Hello and welcome to this Daniel Jimmigan masterclass on mucking about with spice in the kitchen to make something amazing. So what we have here, we're making egg fried rice. So we're just gonna add some soy sauce to our chicken, just a little sprinkle. You can hear that, nice, sounds good. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in a bit of pepper. So we already added in a bit of salt. So this is just a little sprinkle of pepper, some cayenne powder. Get some spicing, get some redness in the chicken. Got some cumin. Sprinkle a bit of that in there. Bit of paprika. Let's get this going. And then to finish it off, garlic granules, which always stick together, so you got to bang them on the tape. Now they're very stuck together. There we go. Just give them a bit of a tickle. Yeah, garlic, and then onions. Yeah, big chunk there. A little bit of that. Don't want to smell too much like onion and garlic. It's all good. Now, final ingredient. I've got some Greek yogurt, and I'm just going to add in a spoonful. Actually, maybe like a spoon and a half. Tablespoon and a half of that, because yogurt is like an emulsification of oil and water, meaning that when you fry your chicken, the yogurt will like stick the seasoning onto the chicken better than just normal, better than oil, better than water would do it. Yogurt, mayo, all of them things, stick them on, it gets better. And this is what it looks like in the pot.
So literally just the diced chicken, and then all the spices are here. I didn't estimate it because this is an experimentation, but yeah, just test it out for yourself. If you're new to it, literally just some sprinkles. With the salt, I did basically 1% salt, which is just the general amount of salt that you need for a good salting of a meat or any dish, really, is 1% or 1 to 1.5%, depending on how much you like your salt. And yeah, it's just a general rule of thumb for salt additions.
And yeah, just mix it together.
Okay, and while we get the chicken fried, it's time to cut up the vegetables and mix our eggs.
Yeah, so 4 eggs for the 4 portions. Simple. Whisk that together. Simple. You can add salt here or just wait until the end product. And here we go. I'm just going to fry the chicken until it's fully cooked. And then here's a clip of me chopping up some spring onions. Essentially just pick out like 4 stalks.
Yeah, got myself a cameraman now.
It's ready.
And yeah, so when the chicken's done, using the same pot, just add in some more oil, and then we're gonna fry the egg. And essentially, whilst it's cooking, just scramble it. Simple, just keep stirring. You don't even need to stir that constantly. Just make sure you get some good lumps of egg so it's not all stuck together. And then here's it further down the line. the pot was a bit hotter than I thought it was, but just adds to the flavor. Then we add in the rice and the spring onions, and that's essentially all the egg fried rice that we need. But of course we're going to add a bit more. So here we go with the soy sauce. So you can use a mixture of soy sauce and salt depending on your preference, but I would start with soy sauce. Today I put myself on the back foot because for some reason I bought reduced salt soy sauce, but yeah, it all worked out well. And look at that, final products: the egg fried rice, the chicken, and now just to plate it up and make the meal preps, and we're all done there. Look at that. Okay, recipe number 2 is a burrito bowl, and essentially we're just going to kick off this recipe by chopping up some chicken, and then we're going to add in some salt, so that 1%, which is 6 grams here, some onion powder, some cayenne, some cumin as well, and a little bit of garlic powder, and then some paprika. And we mix that all in together. And then once again, measure out about 300 grams of rice, wash it up, stick it in the rice cooker whilst this is going. So then we start frying the chicken browned up. So I added the chickpeas in, and then I'm just about to add in the chopped tomatoes now. That's all good, just get it all in there, simple. Okay, so this is gonna boil down super thick, but basically I'm gonna double down on the spices from earlier. So I've got salt, cumin, cayenne pepper, and then garlic, because gotta love your garlic, and herbes de Provence. Yeah, that was wrong. That was actually wrong pronunciation, but you know the vibes. So yeah, I mix these together in the pot because I was just eyeballing it, but if you want to, you can always put them into a little container outside and then just taste the seasoning for yourself before it goes into the mixture. Alright, you can see how thick this is. This is how thick I wanted to get it down. So I'm going to turn this off. Very, very thick. You can see it. Look at it. It's practically like there's no sauce. It's just covered in a small layer of tomato, no water. It's just the tomato. And now we're going to plate it. Okay, the rice is also ready, but before we plate it, we're going to add our sweet corn and butter to the rice just to give it that extra zhuzh, you know? Give it that extra zhuzh. So I added a whole can of sweet corn, and then I added around 40 grams of butter in and just mixed it all in and made for some good flavors. And yeah, after that I just plated it all up. So all the meal prep's ready, added in the chicken, the chickpeas and the tomato for the whole burrito bowl. And here we go. The final recipe today is this chicken couscous with some harissa paste, and essentially this is probably the easiest meal in this whole video. So here's me chopping up the chicken, and of course, you know, as soon as it got chopped up, I was gonna add in the salt, 6 grams, 1% per volume, and this is 640 grams of chicken, so 6 grams. And here we go, mixing it up, simple. Ew. So I put in 298, but I usually put in about 230 grams, but I had some couscous and I felt hungry. Oil. So essentially, just started frying the chicken. I didn't pre-season it, but you don't really have to season it past because the seasoning comes with the harissa paste, but white chicken gives me the ick, so I of course had to add an all-purpose seasoning. And then I prepared 300 ml of stock, but essentially for however much couscous you put in, that's how much stock you want in milliliters. And if you didn't know, this is how you mix stock. And then I drained the chickpeas. This is just a good method. And I added in half a pot of harissa paste, which I think is about 2 tablespoons of harissa. So yeah, just mix that in with the chicken and then add in the chickpeas, and then we add in the couscous as well, and then you can give it a stir here or a bit later, and then of course after that, because this is very dry, got to add in your stock. And then once the stock is in, mix it up and then cover your pot and set a timer for about 5 minutes, and also turn down the heat, which is something that I forgot to do when I was making this, but it still turned out all good. And here we go, added in some salt after the cooking process. I only needed a little bit because the salt from the chicken was enough, and also the harissa paste has a bit of salt and seasoning in there as well. And then I tried to fluff up the couscous. I'm not sure I did anything, but here we go, plating it up, and this is one pot, so very easy washing and all good.
So thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, just leave a thumbs up. If you're new around here, hit subscribe. Let me know what recipes you're feeling. Let me know if you enjoyed these recipes or if you decide to make them, and I will talk to you in the next video.